Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. I have Charity Riley joining me live. How are you, Charity?
Hi, Gab. I'm great.
Good. So, as you know, we have our Releasing the Sound Music Conference coming up here soon.
Yes.
And we are excited about that. So, for those who don't know, what exactly is the Releasing the Sound Music Conference about?
This is a conference where, we have the opportunity for impartation, to really get the in-depth understanding of, why is praise, why is worship so important, or what's the significance behind the sound that God has placed on the inside of us that he wants to be released here into the earth, here into an atmosphere. Because sound is so powerful, as we know it. It has the ability to touch people, to shift moods. And a prime example of that is if we take a look at David in the Bible, who was a psalmist. He was called upon. Not only was he a gifted musician, but he was anointed. Most importantly, he was anointed. And so King Saul has these distressing and depressing spirits that he's dealing with. David gets called upon. And when David ministers, when he releases a sound, the spirits leave Saul. And so what would happen, if we all come together and we did the same thing, or just knowing that both you and I have the ability to release a sound that God can dwell and move in, to where distressing spirits are lifted off of people, or, cancerous diseases dissolve out of people's bodies in an atmosphere of praise and worship where a sound is released.
Right. Now, you said something interesting just now. You said the sound that both you and I have to release that could do those things. What kind of sound do I have, or how can I touch heaven, not having that musical ability?
Well, that's a great question, Gab. The Bible says that we are to worship God in spirit and in truth. It didn't put a limitation, or it didn't just reserve that for if you sing well, if you play an instrument, if you're musically inclined. No, that's about a relationship at the end of the day. So we are all called to join in and to be a part of that, to offer up to God, the sacrifice of praise and of worship, to engage, to experience his presence on an everyday basis. And the Bible talks about different expressions, different ways that we could do that, making a joyful noise. So if you're doing it according to the Bible, if you're doing it in spirit and truth, as the word says, then that sound is lining up with the sound of heaven.
Wow. Thank you so much for joining us today, Charity.
You're welcome.
I don't know about you, but after hearing that, I'm excited about coming to release the sound of heaven in this place during this conference. Pick up flyers to pass out to people. We also have a commercial that's on YouTube. The commercial's on Facebook. Share the information. We want to get as many people to this conference as we can, because we know that lives are going to be blessed. People are going to be delivered and set free as a result of learning about the sound and releasing the sound that God has given them. So we look forward to seeing you at the 2016 Releasing the Sound Music Conference.
See you there.